the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
A few moments later.
Okay, is that working now? Right, I've never touched the microphone setting on OBS recently. And for some reason, it switched to default. And I don't actually remember what the default setting is because I always manually set it on every program. Anyway, where was I? Yes, we're starting Alan Wake 2. I got this game not long after it came out because for some loony reason Epic had, I think it was 15% off, and then they also had that during the time where they had vouchers where you could get an extra £15 off something, as in British pounds. So I virtually got it half price, and this is the deluxe edition as well. So I'm going to be using the deluxe edition bonus costumes available for the characters because they actually look really nice. I like them. I don't normally do that. I don't normally get games straight away because I like to wait until they've sorted out initial release bugs. Because as we know, games often come out in a terrible state, and yeah, it's a slog to try and I'll play them. And I like to wait until things are sorted. I also like to wait until a game comes out with all of its DLC so I can get the complete edition. That's what I did with Dragon Age Inquisition. I didn't go anywhere near that. And then I saw the complete edition on Origin at the time was half price. It was like £25. So it's the base game, all 3 DLCs for half the price of the base game. How could I say no to that? But this, because I think it was about 53% of the base price, so 47% off. I was thinking, you know what? Ooh. So I went for it. But I realised that I can't play the game until I've played the others, because I hadn't played Alan Wake, I hadn't played American Nightmare, and I hadn't played Control. So I thought, you know what? Let's just do all of them. And I did, as with my most recent streams. So here we are. Just switch over to the correct screen. Yes. Yes. It's annoying when the mic is off. I've done that a couple of times. There's always going to be times where that happens. I probably should have tested to make sure it was picking up the mic beforehand. I should have a checklist for things to do before I start a stream. But anyway, yes, we finished Control last Sunday. And that was finishing off the DLC, because I think Monday, or was it Friday, not too long ago, just the week gone, I'd beaten the main game and then moved into the last DLC, which was the Foundation DLC, which threw some interesting curveballs. I liked the Alan Wake DLC, and the final boss for that was a bit of a ball ache, but it kind of made sense. I also didn't like the fact that with that one, it may have been a random thing, I don't know, but the arena where you fight that final boss in the Alan Wake DLC for Control, once I'd beaten that boss, I was thinking, yeah, great, I made it with just a slither of health left, and immediately get swarmed by enemies. It took about 3 attempts to clear that room before I was able to actually explore it. Because every time I died, they all came back until I defeated them. But yes, anyway, Alan Wake 2, the game that even like 8 months later, as a muted counter, she does it all the time. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, every streamer has the things that they do wrong on occasion. Sometimes it can become a gimmick. I don't particularly want Mike Off being a gimmick. But anyway, yeah, this game unfortunately still hasn't broken even, and we're like, what is it, 7-8 months after its release. Oh, I bet she is. That's probably one of the reasons why you love watching her. But yeah, I kind of wish games like this would do better. I mean, maybe if the game hadn't been so expensive to make, because it was an expensive game to make, but then again, it might not have been as good. But as far as how good the game is, let's find out. So I'm going to play on normal difficulty because I tend to find normal usually is a reasonable balance. Story mode I always find a bit too easy, and hard mode, especially for my first run through, I tend to find a bit too difficult. The one exception to that were the Batman Arkham games. After Arkham Knight, so not Arkham Knight, after the first one, Arkham Asylum, because I played it on easy originally, and then I thought, give it a go on hard, and I loved it. The other two, I played on hard right from the outset. But yeah, this I'm going to play on normal. So yes.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Very true. Sometimes the worst monsters are the people you trust the most. Ah, naked grown man time. Right. It might be meant to be off key because this is not meant to be a nice situation. Because he's just crawled out of a lake. Now I know who this is. I mean, it's revealed quite early on anyway. But hopefully the picture's not too not too dark.
Can you hear me? What's wrong?
Come on, Emma. We should go.
Okay, who are they?
I've already gone.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to raise the brightness on the picture at the moment because I can see it's really dark on the stream. I've got a feeling it's Oh, I don't think this has a brightness setting here. No. Give me a moment. Add. It's gonna. Hopefully that's Is this B-Man? Not sure who you mean, B-Man. Right, I've just put a filter on to raise the gamma slightly. Hopefully that's a bit more visible. I've moved the slider a tiny amount, and it made quite a difference. So that feels like it's a lot better. Let me know. Yeah, I believe this is Cauldron Lake by My bright falls. Oh great, I put the camera up and all of a sudden I go into an even darker area. Barry? I'm not saying. Ooh. Hello, yes. I hear your whispering. I heard the word terror. Ooh. That actually made me jump. Oh, good. Okay, the deer made me jump, but that bit didn't. Probably because the deer made me ready for it. Ooh. Okay, this does not look good. I mean, that does not at all look like a portal somewhere. Yeah. Absolutely. But don't worry, this doesn't go on forever. Sprint, say by... Don't think I want to sprint, but hey ho. I've got no reason to at present. Ooh. That sounded like it said wolf fuck. Now that would be a horror game. It started raining. Oh. Oh, God. Okay, the raindrops on the camera. I thought for a moment those the the distortions of the shadow creatures. I'm trying to figure out what they say, but it might make more sense as I get further into the game. Okay, hut. Oh, I know what happens here. I can see a table. He said that's the one. Let's get him. Okay, running away. Nope. Oh, they got him.
Where's the rest of the stuff? I need to finish this.
What the fuck?
Oh. Yes.
kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
I did see that.
That's what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
On the phone while driving.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Oh, James was so good as Max Payne and Casey here.
Here we are.
It's a shame he
Calder
passed
and
away.
Lake.
There's so much more
Time
they
to
could have
get
done
to
with him.
work.
But we did get to know him.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Oh, that frame rate. That frame rate's really quite jumpy.
Memorizing before we get
Excuse me a moment while I attempt to do something about it. Ew, I don't want to have to do this.
swallowed up
How's
by the
that?
trees.
That's...
I should take a look at that map.
That didn't really make a whole lot of difference, unfortunately. God, this game is such a hog of power. I've already dropped a few things down. I mean, all ray tracing is off. I mean, let's see. That's a little better. I think I might have to put up with 30 FPS for the most of the stream. Wow. And I'm running on RTX 3090 here. So... Okay, that was an achievement.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Right. That's where we are.
Quit your belly aching, Thornton. I'm up here now. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that,
When are those damn feds gonna show up, Mulligan?
Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell him about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? Don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
I just had another thought with the graphic settings. I'm just going to set everything to medium and see how that goes. That feels a bit better. Not sure how it's going to be for the stream, but that definitely feels better for me. I'd like to play it at max everything, but...
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Okay.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
Yeah.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Okay. Case board methods technique that allows Saga to analyse clues and progress the investigation. Right, okay. Now free to navigate board. Okay. Right. Okay. Ted Lane, dentist, reported missing in 2010, discovered in 2012, buried in a shallow grave. Wendy Davis, teacher, found in Cauldron late 2018, some organs missing, predation. State of the body does not match 8 years spent in the lake. So dropped off long after. Percy Wolf, store owner. Found 2 weeks ago, chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on the body is illegible. Okay. Murder method. 2 of the victims had bruising, some form of restraint, strapped or belted down. Okay. Most recent victim died of major chest trauma, consistent with 2018 victim. Hard to confirm due to the condition of the body. Bloating of the corpse is indicative of drowning, but only 1 victim was found in water. Killer profile. Victim 3 was covered in illegible tattoos, a message from the killer maybe, or their art. Apart from going missing in 2010, the victims have nothing apparent in common. Killer may be a sportsman or a hunter. Series of murders have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Finding the connections will help the search for the killer. Okay. So, right. Okay. If there's something over here I'm able to do as well at some point. Well, let's get to the crime scene. Okay.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
The Mind Place does not pause the game.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Oh, he's a grouchy old guy, isn't he?
Hey, Casey. see. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Okay, starting fires prohibited, do not feed the wildlife, leave no trace. That's an interesting choice of wording. Leave no trace. One thing I love is a combination of Sam Lake's appearance and James McCaffrey's voice. It just worked so well with
Stairs
Max
are out.
Payne.
You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. I don't know why, but again, I'm getting very Twin Peaks vibes, and I know that's intentional. Right, so we parked up here. Come all the way down here by the look of it. Access to that. Yeah, literally, I just did that.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
Getting back to nature is your thing.
Yeah, I was thinking that inverted pyramid. Considering control. And the
Damn.
board.
Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain.
Yeah, I bet
The
you do.
only thing around here that feels like...
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan?
Yes, he does. Although Casey likes the rain.
Hey!
Here we are.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh?
Yes.
So cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
Yeah, real
Forgot
cool.
the UFO cover-ups.
Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Oh, I love Casey. Right, now we're going to get a view that we really don't want to
Now,
get.
this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now, we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Yep.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Right.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
First key image. Go to the Mind Place. Interesting they call it the Mind Place, not the Mind Palace. Yeah, I mean, she said it's her own version of the Mind Palace, but Place is really kind of a naff name. Right. Okay. CLO Saga to see active clues. The key image could be selected. Okay.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Basic image on the board begins a new line of investigation. Okay. When a key image is placed, it will be prompted with a question. Okay. Objectives are viewable at the case board and your goals. Okay. Now free to examine the case. Okay. Right, okay, it's only got the one item in there at the moment. Right. So, start here.
Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Seems a bit weird it's highlighting the fact that there are 3 down the bottom left. I find that a little bit too hand-holdy, if I'm honest.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
But then again, this game is more about the storytelling.
The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Okay. Okay. Can be placed onto the question. Okay, that's how I do it. Drop it onto the question.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with.
Yeah.
This makes 4 murders that we know about.
They were interrupted partway through. The clues have resolved the open question and unlocked deduction. Okay, as you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. Okay. Yes, how many times have you told me I can check my goals with the control key? Okay, so... Okay. Let's see the map. Yeah, nothing over here. Oh.
This mug always cheers me up.
Not the worst mum. Right. Okay. Quite interesting she's got a torch in her imaginary place. Right.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Yeah, he was in the original Alan Wake. He kind of disappeared. So I don't know how this mixes in.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Yeah. You would have thought if they've had multiple victims on the same case that have gone missing in the same year, they'd possibly look up all the ones that went missing. Then again, considering America, that could be an incredibly long list. That'd explain why they didn't do it.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
No. Yeah, so one thing I'm wondering is, when does the whole thing with Alan Wake tie in? Because I think Alan Wake takes place in 2010. So if he was fired from the FBI, how did he end up getting called out to Bright Falls for the Alan Wake incident?
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
I think maybe this maximum loading level. Yeah. Okay.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Anything else we can discover? That's all the clues for now, I think. Oh, there's more here.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure.
Let's find out. Okay. Right, so. Okay. Right, they really made a mess here. What in the act of just sloppy work? Oh yeah, they've got notes next to them, haven't they? Consistent with the previous killings, heart was removed but then left on the table near the body. Was the murder interrupted? Bruising indicates victim was alive when restrained. Matches other cases. Okay, multiple footprints.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers.
Yes.
Quite the party.
Really made a mess. Lots of activity. It's unlikely our killer was working alone. Okay. Right. No one's heard from this guy in 13 years.
Oh,
What?
I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Probably want to look up the case. Okay. Premeditated or spontaneous? Looks new. Bought by the killers. Why? It's about a camera. Weird snuff film. The fact they had a camera tripod suggests that they were prepared. I mean, considering what we saw at the beginning, they were definitely prepared.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him.
Yeah.
But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years.
They knew he was going to pop up.
Why here? Why now?
Right.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's really enough information to profile the guy. But let's go for it. Okay. Using her intuition, Saga can discover new clues by profiling people of interest. Missing person.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Some kind of sixth sense she's got going on here.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click.
The clicker.
Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Okay. Anything more?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll I'll just wait here.
Yeah, you do that. And even with
This
the
one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake.
yes, I remember that
Probably
rock.
looking for shelter, safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't
at
figured
night.
that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more.
Yeah, that's not even as big as the the redwoods.
A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder.
Yeah. There's no mystery in Cauldron Lake being... Well, there is no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape. And yet there are... kind of... off the side of my screen. Oh, you can scroll it. And yet there are many mysterious stories about the lake. It being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. Legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box, which with the heart, she would summon him from the lake to extract revenge on her behalf, or so the legend goes. Yikes. This was not blocked off before.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
Got this here. We're getting some weird effects around.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Okay.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
Reading
the
the
words.
words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Neither. Right.
I should profile Nightingale.
I just want to see if I can switch off the notifications, because that's... where is it? I'll have to go find that somewhere within the Epic Store settings, unfortunately.
About this page.
Right. Maybe she ends up working for the FBC. That's a possibility. Right, so I've got to click on it and drag it, haven't I? Okay. Walked through a boulder. There.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Let's watch this game on. Okay. Right. So we can do a bit more profiling. The page.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest.
Yeah.
I must find out what.
Right, so... Wait a minute. Interesting. There's a little extra bit at the bottom there. I'm not sure if you can read it on the stream, but it says... where it says someone playing a game with them, there's the arrow going up and it says, leading them on, an invitation. How could they not accept the sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them? Or how... Yeah. Okay. So, 1 of 6.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Okay, let's head back up. Oh, you want to walk
Whoever
ahead of
wrote
me.
that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about
Neither.
control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Right.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Yeah, I'm going to have another look around. So I think there's definitely more to be found around here. Alright, okay, so that kind of probably not lead anywhere. So we got down to the Witch's Ladle. There's the witch's hut, and there's something else up there. Okay. Right, so I don't think there's anything this way. Ooh.
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Is follow these steps, wash your hands, take the chicken out of the fridge, take a nap. Okay. Yes, I did that game.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Okay, so it said wash your hands, take the chicken out of the fridge, and take a nap. Okay. Right. So the symbols are above each location, so those intersecting ones are by wash your hands, those intersecting ones by the fridge, and then by the bed? Oh, that's right. Now I've got to remember them. Yeah. So that one. Yeah, it's definitely that. Right. Getting stuck on the scenery. Let's have another look. So yeah, that one. Yeah, I think I've got it. So wash your hands, take the chicken.
Hey, Casey. What's the Forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, no, it's the vertical ones. I've gone the wrong way round. It's the angled ones and then vertical ones. What's this here? Oh, let this be a warning to you, fellow trespassers. They say the lake is a caldera, something formed by an erupting volcano, or the sinkholes it leaves in its wake. But what if that's not true? What if it's something else? Something less natural and more man-made, intentional? I say the lake's not formed, it's designed, and it has a purpose. The lake is hiding something. Beneath the calm surface lies a secret machinery ready to be activated at the press of a button. And the people with the button, they're in that big house by the lake preparing it, I know. First drawing. Waterline. Real caldera is made from a volcano and lava. Second drawing. Waterline. Engineered structure's strange machine.
I'm getting flashbacks. Remember Ohio?
Sure. The North Side Slasher. But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
Yeah, I'm sure I've got that right. So, why is it not opened? Well, it says, wash hands, take chicken out of the fridge, and take a nap. Doesn't seem to be working. No, can't figure that out. Yeah, I'm sure I've put them all in correctly. Those at an angle, then vertical, and then those back to back. Unless there's a different angle. I had the wrong angle. Ooh. Some items. Nice. Don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees. Oh well. Right, that was me misinterpreting things. Right, okay. So there's a campfire down this way. Looks like it. Yeah. Through this way. I'm probably going to spend a lot of time down here, at least to begin with. Just because I want to see what's hidden. Yeah. UFOs and You, the ultimate guide to spotting unidentified flying objects. Okay. Writing this down in case it happens again and I forget. I've got that feeling. It hit me suddenly at 1:15 AM after I'd finished my armour on the porch of the trailer. I got in the car and drove, chasing. Starry night, not much moon. As expected, it led me past Bright Falls to Cauldron Lake. I tried to find the right spot, the right emotion, the right thought, the combination to have it all aligned to make it happen. Terrified it would, it didn't, not this time. Frustrated but relieved, I scanned the skies for the shapes, the objects, nothing. But when I blinked repeatedly, I think I saw the afterimage of an octahedron. Faded fast. When I got ready to drive back, I felt someone watching me. Here but not here. It's him. I know it is. Does he know I'm getting close? I'm on the right track. It was right to come to Bright Falls. Interesting.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books. But he really hates the movies.
Yeah. I bet it must be weird, seeing something that has your real name as the central character. I've certainly seen that for my first name, but I've never seen my last name. Not saying it was straight for obvious reasons, but yeah, I've never seen my last name used in something. There probably is something out there. Manuscript. Right. How do you like knitting? Or how do you like the knitting hero? I made it just for you. Casey lunchbox. And manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons in the mind place. Ew. Again and again, hold the fire button to activate auto fire. Significantly increase the rate of fire. More bullets. And another headshot. Land 2 headshots in quick succession to stun an enemy for an extended duration. So one headshot doesn't stun them. Oh, good. Yeah, I've only got 3 points, but the cheapest ones here are 12. Okay. Right, so do I have any more evidence? No, I don't. Right. Hey. Well, I can understand some enemies, but if you think about this from the perspective, these are not normal people just doing FBI work. You'd think shooting somebody in the head would stun them, if not take them down immediately. But, no, this is a game. So, right, I've got a ledge to climb there. Go down this way. Right, that feels like a dead end there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean they've probably seen a lot of dead bodies. So this one's probably par for the course for them. That's all the lights moving. Right, so this is the way we came down, I believe. So, yeah, this way will lead me to the, the witch's hut. Yeah. I imagine it's got to get to you at some point if you're repeatedly seeing lots of dead people. Oh yeah, walked past this earlier, didn't we? Right, so I know that we do come here at some point later. Yeah, yes, I've heard about the horrors of horror stories of homicide detectives. I thought I saw something to interact with. Oh no, it was just the door. Okay. So. Got a feeling there's another lunchbox across here because I recall my good friend Matticus Finch finding something as such. Okay. Friday. Mitch told me today that her family's moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her I like it yet. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get better jobs and get her to a better school in the big city. I guess that's fair. Who wants to stay in Bright fucking Falls? Sunday. So I told her. She said thanks. Fucking kill me. Oh dear. Snuck out last night again, went to the big house by the lake. Instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do, screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm going to find out what. I'm going to go back there tomorrow with better gear. I bet I can find a way inside the building, take some photos. It's going to be epic. Ah! Batteries! Those are coming useful.
A lunchbox again.
Yeah.
Who's leaving these out here?
Cold Case Casey. I know things can get a little crazy around here, but if you're ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. Alan? Who the fuck is Alan? For those who know that particular song. There's too many buttons. Right, so that would mean I've got 4. Yeah, 4 of them. You'll need to get a lot of those to do any upgrades. Right, so if I hit through, I'll be able to get to that point there. So No, I can't. Unfortunate. Ah, the sign for the witch's hut, because you're supposed to approach from there. Witch's hut. Here lives the witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. Let's step on this side. Don't see anything. Ooh, pathway down to the water. Not where Nightingale came from, though. Because he definitely came through the arch tree. So, down this way. There's probably loads of streamers out there who've already found everything there is to find in this game. So I'm very late to the party in that regard, but I'm loving this. Yeah, definitely have a fair bit of flooding. So I'm going to head back to here, and then I'm going to make my way up to there. So, yeah, I think we were blocked there and came around this way. So, yeah. That's a nice god rays. I mean, even with the graphics cut down.
Logan's birthday is coming up. I need toy ideas.
Toys. She's 14, Casey.
Okay, so what do I get her?
Get her a book. Something weird and dark. Maybe
Like an
that'll
Alan-
get her back into reading.
Like an Alan Wake book. As I say, even with the graphics cut down as much as I have, this still looks like a fantastic game. Maybe in a decade's time, when I've got an even more powerful card, I'll play through it again, but with everything maxed out.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Oh yes, let's go this way. I love the sign. Almost looks like they're falling over. One of the things I really liked doing with The Witcher 3 was just walk everywhere, because it was such a pretty game, especially the Blood and Wine DLC, because that area, Tucson, was incredible visually. Right, Mortar Falls. This powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and pestle, quite like the one the Witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. Okay. Oh,
There's another lunchbox.
Another lunchbox. My dad used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Not sure where the tough get going to, but maybe you'll find it inspiring. Okay. Some more note pieces. Can't really see the water down there from here, but... So where are we on the map? Gonna make my way around. Yeah. I like the fact that they still stay in contact with the radios. So I remember when Matt was playing, there was a bit where he walked a bit too far away and he actually swapped the conversation over. They just naturally switched to using the radios. Okay. This is the road route round. That's the long way round as well. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get into this, so let's Oh, yeah, because there's a shortcut, isn't there? I'll need to meet Casey at the shortcut. So that's over here, I believe. And yep, that's let's turn it into a jog. As much as I like just walking everywhere, it can take up quite a bit of time. So what have we got here? Oh yeah, I came up through from that way, didn't I? So this is the way we came through.
Maybe I should call David, see how Logan's doing.
They're fine, Anderson. What's got you so worried?
I just feel bad being gone so long. I've never taken a case this far from them.
They can manage without you for a few days.
Yeah.
They left a lot of garbage. Not the fastidious type.
No. No, they're not. So you got some. The lunch boxes. Okay, point of interest cases track objects information that Silo has acquired. Okay.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
Okay. Rush for the note is leaving these to inspire someone. Right, Falls area. That must be that. Oh, right, these are all Cauldron Lake, yeah. Okay. These are all the ones I've got. It's telling me about these, but I can't upgrade any of them. So... Right. Can't get through there. Get through here. Ooh. Monday night. As someone in UK, I'd read that as 9th of the 3rd, but I believe that as it's American, that's 3rd of the 9th. So, some suspicious activity spotted. The fielder thought he saw movement in the bushes. Footprints around the area we found, but some were compromised by the fielder. Note to self, train the fielder. Okay, 4th of the 9th, Tuesday. Nothing to report, some animals regular. Wednesday 5th, hunters out after dark, poachers, heard some gunshots, not one of ours. Got to keep an eye on these people. They could get more than they bargained for out here. Okay. Go around this side. Oh, that's scrubbed out, so I can't get past that either. Is there anything up this way?
This is a good case so far, don't you think?
Cases aren't good or bad, Anderson. They're just cases.
Okay, sure. But you have to admit, this one is particularly interesting. Another one of those lunch boxes.
I'm glad I came up here. Remember, it's just a bad day, not a bad life. But if you're having a good day, ignore this whole thing. Just one. I need more. Right, I'm going to meet up with Casey, and then I'm going to stop for a quick break. My day job involves sitting down most of the day, so sitting down for streaming afterwards is probably not the best thing for my my health. So yeah, just quick break, stand up, move around a bit. And yeah, it gives me a moment to ponder what we've discovered so far. So yeah, back here. Anything you want to say to him? Nope.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Nope. Ooh, what's down there? Oh, that's the part I've already been to. Okay, right. So yeah, I'm going to pause it there. Haven't done a whole lot so far. But yes, I'm very much enjoying the investigation. I have seen a lot of this from my friend Matt's run through, but then again, he wasn't being quite so thorough as I am. I think it was actually his second playthrough as well that I remember seeing. But yeah, I will be off on a short break, as I say, about 10 minutes. So the latest I'll be back by past. Links below for everyone to have a look at, and that will also be the end of the first VOD of this game. So very interesting to see where things are going now. Have no idea how much further I'm going to get. I think we are going to get to the first combat section. But yeah, it's probably going to be a week or two before we even run into Alan himself. Because this game did the very brave thing of leaving the title character out for like the first so many hours. But yeah, I will be playing this through to completion. And I'm going to try and find everything I possibly can. Not going to 100%, because I think you need to do multiple playthroughs to do that. But yes, as I say, we'll be back in about 10 minutes, so don't go anywhere.